Hello and welcome back. This is the second part of the Christmas mini mitt. What we're going to be doing today is doing up the seaming, weaving in the ends and doing this motif. So that's just a quick introduction to this video. If you didn't catch the first part, I will leave a link to it in the description field down below. Right, and all that said and done, let's get crafting, shall we? So we need to do, I think we'll need to seam this thumb up first before we seam the rest of it up. But before we do that, we need to put this little motif on here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I shall show you how to do that in a moment. Right, and there you go, all cast off, ready to go. We just need to seam this thumb up before we seam the rest of it up. Of course we do have to weave all these ends in first, and this little motif, we can sew this on now or you can leave it off, that's optional. So, but I will show you how to do that after I get all this sewn in and weaved in. Now it does tell you to do this on the right side where it's facing you. So you just need to find that first stitch, just gives that a bit of a tug, and then I don't do anything fancy, I just overstitch it, going into every, don't think you can see that, every little stitch. Just all the way down to the bottom. They're not quite finished there. The stitch there, so just catch that one. And then a bit more there, and then to close this up a little bit more, I will, where's the stitch, there it is, I will just go through this and leave a really long enough yarn tail there, and I would just still left a bit of a hole, hasn't it? So that's okay, just go through there, go through that one, and that should close it up, and then down into the inside of the glove, and let's have a look. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's only an ornament, but there you go, let's close that up. And now I've got a little bit of an end here to tie off. Didn't leave myself a lot of room there, did I really? And just give that a little bit of a tie. And a little bit of an overlock, and there you go, that should hold that in nicely. Scissors, doesn't have to be perfect, so it's going on the inside, and there you go, that is the little thumb seamed up. So I'm just going to weave in the rest of these ends, and then I shall be back with you to do that little bit of motif. Right, there we go. That's all those ends seamed in. Oh, I forgot one there. Oh well, I'll do that after. And what we got here now, if we want to do this little motif, we need to get it into the same area. So when I looked at this one, I did the fourth stitch in, so 1, 2, 3, and then we go to the thumb, and then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitch in. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 5 stitch rows in, or stitches in, should say. And then you want the rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's 1, 2, 3. So we actually want the needle to go into the 4th stitch. So I'll just mark the 3rd one, so I know that's roughly where I need to start. And there we go. That is sorting out where to start this motif. So we will need to get some of this pretty yarn. I think that might do it. I'll do it a little bit longer. I'll use this as a measurement, but that should be plenty. And then we're going to actually do a, what they called it, a swish darning, but it's another way of adding detail to a piece of fabric that you've already finished. So we need to get the thumb out of the way, and what we'll do then is we start. This is the awkward bit, just to get in. There you go, at the point of the V, because your stitches are a V, to get to the point of the V, and take some yarn up, but not all of it, leave a little bit there for tying in. And it's also sometimes called the duplicate stitch. And you're actually just duplicating what you've already seen. Oops, have I got caught around that? I have. I'll just take that out now. I got it caught around the little lockable stitch marker there. And there's one complete done. You can pull this taut but not tight. You still need to keep it pretty loose. You need a good tension with this. And all you're doing is copying over the knit stitch. And there you go, that's 2 done. Then you got, do one more, just up to there, go up to the stitch above, and go underneath both legs of that stitch, move it through, and then down back to the point of the stitch. Excuse me. And there's that. And that's 3 done. And you want these side bits as well and across here. And it looks a mess on the back, but there's nothing you can do about that. But that's just 3 stitches going up. So again, can't really see what I'm doing with this camera here, but I'm trying my best. There we go, into the base of the stitch to the point, and now getting all these caught up in there. Look at that. Then you go to the 1 stitch row up, to say, go around both legs of that one, and then back down to the point. And I'm going to do a little bit of a into there and up to the next stitch, rather than trying to find it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 done. Five done. Because I think you have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, and then the last one for this row, for the straight line, is there. And now to do that single stitch thing on its own, there's a single stitches here and rows of 3. So we need to go 1 down and 1 over. We need this stitch here. So sorry, don't know if you can see that. So we go 2 stitches down, because it's in the middle, and it's this stitch here. And we've got that through there, I think, yeah, and then round that one above it. And then down, and there you go, that's that stitch there. And then you actually want to miss a row below it, you want this one, and you start in this end here, and then you move across. I will have to do a more detailed tutorial on doing the duplicate stitch. It's easier to see it with a more easier pattern and thicker yarn, but there's your 3 done there. As you can see, does take a lot of time. And then you want this centre one, and you miss a row, go down to the row below that one, just trying to get it into the point. Across those 2 stitches. Oops, I pulled that a little bit tight. And then down on that side there. So I'll just finish the other side off camera, just to make it quicker for you guys, and then we'll seam all this up, and then we'll make the connecting strings so we can hang them. And there you go, all sewn up. The motif's complete, all the seaming's done, all the ends weaved in and cut off. So all what's left to do now is to join them with a bit of a cord in the middle. So we get them back to back like so. This is when a crochet hook comes into play, and we take some yarn off, ready for this little little thing here. There we go. So we'll make a slip knot, just like so, and then we join to one of the gloves into the corner, and we'll join with a slip stitch. Whoops, getting all tangled up already. And join with a slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think actually 15 might be enough. Then that's what I did last time. Let me just have a look. No, I think it was 20. I'm getting all confused with myself there. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. And then we'll get the other glove, make sure that they thumb to thumb like this, so you easier to do. Up into the corner there. Whoops, I lost it straight away. Look at that, not brilliant. And then slip stitch it, do another chain there so we can fasten off. Don't need a lot of tail. And there you go. That's the easiest way and quickest way of joining them together. And we just need to weave these in. I tend to go through the chain with it. So we do that, and we just go through the chain just to weave some of that in and cut off some excess. Do the same with the other one. Weave it in through some of those chains. It's just so you've got the yarn out the way. You can either do it into the chain or into the glove itself. And there we are. All done. So now we have a lovely pair. Well, actually we have two pairs of gloves now, don't we? There we are. All done. And that completes the little Christmas mini series I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too confusing and it didn't go on for too long for you. But there we go. That is a couple of pairs of little mini mates for your Christmas tree. Right, there we go. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and if you ring that bell, you'll get notified as soon as I upload a new video. So until next time, here on Mark's Makes, thank you for watching. Bye bye.